Alright guys, we're here for a little plant lady adventuring. I have a very excited gardener with me, Baker Creek. Time for the tour. Look at the little sizes of spoons for hand packing. A drop, a speck, a smidgen, a pinch, a dash, and a tad.
This one is the Thomas Edison. This one blooms into a beautiful dark purple bloom. And inside here, we have these tubers that we pack one per bag, and we send these out to our customers. So this is what the tubers look like. Each one of these, once they get big and full, you can actually divide them and make multiple blooms from the same root.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's what y'all are doing, is packing these up over here, different tubers?
And shipping them out. They ship out about 200 orders.
Wow.
An Okinawa pure white bitter melon.
Oh, okay.
And it's one that we have to hand count. And so there's a specific amount of seed in each one. In this case, it's 6 of them.
Because some seeds are larger or more rare, they have to be hand packed. And so that's what's going on back here. She's actually hand packing a melon seed that's very rare. And so they have to make sure the right amount of seeds are in the package. It smells so good in here. It just smells alive. Do you guys ever think about like how much beauty is contained in this little space? Like this is going to grow a lot of lovely things.
It has a birth certificate which tells us who grew it, where it came from, all the information, the pertinent information, where it's at in the catalog, all that information. So anyway, that's, I mean, you can imagine how many seeds that is.
That would grow a lot of plants.
Yeah, a lot. This is the container, the sleeves next to it. And then like this one has 3 different lots, so we had maybe 3 different growers.
Okay.
The kids are all, and then everything of course is given a lot number and it's germ tested, so we know the germination rate on the seed. I'm gonna show her the box.
Yeah. So all of these buckets are full of seeds, all the way down to the floor, all the way up to the ceiling. There are bags of seeds, buckets of all sizes. Look, there's Aunt Ruby's German green tomato. I wish that I could express the amount of seeds that are in this room. And of course, because of the way my brain works, I have this like wild curiosity of like, how many seeds in this room are going to end up in the gardens of my viewers, of my friends? You know, I just think about stuff like that. Like how many of these are going to grow tomatoes that are going to be in jars, or that are going to be in community gardens, that are going to be in schools? Like, where are all these seeds going to grow? The amount of promise that exists in a room like this just boggles my mind. It's so cool. And there's actually more than one warehouse that's like this. It's just literally like probably 40 bajillion seeds. Or something. Check that out, guys. Okay, so walking all the way down here would be great for dramatic effect, but I'm about to get left behind. So many seeds. Last time I was here, these shelves were slam full. It was November, so of course people were just starting to plan their gardens for 2019 and buy their seeds. People have been buying some seeds. This is the overflow, so these are the boxes that will be loaded into the pick line whenever the things on the pick line start to run out. I cannot believe how empty these shelves are. They were slam full when I was here last time.
They were.
Does anybody have a Baker Creek order that they've recently placed? Could one of these be yours? Wow, look at this.
It's all the way down here. And it separates from the side.
This is pretty different from the last time I was here. It was not seed buying season when I was here in November. And this big box wasn't nearly as full. This is a lot of seed orders. And again, I'm curious if any of these are going to my people, my tribe, the Friends of Roots and Refuge. It's a lot of seeds. Think of all the gardens. Think of all the gardens. Think of all the lovely things that this will grow. Look. So much. Oh my gosh, there's another one?
Yeah, so for today.
How many days is this?
Just today.
This is
They
just
pick up every
today.
day.
There's 2 of them. That is nice.
Amazing.
That is so
Amazing
many
people.
orders of seeds. Yesterday, they filled 4,082. 4,072 seed orders yesterday. What? Oh my goodness.
Last
We sent 4,191 shipments yesterday.
4,191 shipments yesterday.
Our international went today.
Plus the international so went today. Wow. Wow.
15,000. That last week.
Lots and lots of stuff.
What is this? Is that
That
the
is our
purple lady?
It's some kind of.
That
so
is-
letting it.
Yeah, like please make this a thing.
We'll see if we can get seed on it, but if it doesn't,
That's amazing.
when you plant thousands of them at a time, we've got 3,000 bok choy back there that
Wow.
are going in the new greenhouse.
Wow. Look at the fish pepper. Isn't that beautiful? This is a lot of trial stuff that's getting grown out to try. All of these are choys that are going to go in the greenhouse. He said there are 3,000. Look at this narangilla. Got spiky little leaves. Mini dwarf tomato plants. This is amazing. And I am in plant lady heaven right now. So good. I've got sticky traps to deal with the little gnats, which he was saying are kind of an inevitability on this scale, but so many things are coming in and out and the doors are open. And also he was saying that they had just broadcast a diatomaceous fog in here to help with the pests, where they just have like a blower that they blow it in, and they had rinsed everything off, but he was saying if I saw anything with kind of like a chalky antiqued look, it was because they had just done that. Everything's done organically, so it's pretty awesome. Lots of pepper babies.
See, I think it'd be better, maybe.
There's so many plants. I love the hodgepodge of things in here. So this is the fig greenhouse, but like down here, just some random lettuces and stuff. These are being grown out for purity tests, just to make sure that they're growing true. Look at these eggplants.
I love you.
All this random amazing stuff. Oh, it's so pretty. Y'all, that is a beet.
Yeah, the mango, red mango.
So we've got tiny sunflowers and massive beets. Neighboring. Those are beets right there. That's nuts. These are so cute. Some Verona cabbage and the Calabos cabbage. Look at those beautiful leaves. Look at those leaves. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, this is the Takani ruby buckwheat. Isn't that pretty? That is a cabbage. It's the Cornish cabbage? What in the world?
Needed 12-7, transplanted 12-27, Medwinds of Anglesey.
That was planted on December 7th. So that's like a 3.5-month-old cabbage. I have been trying since last fall. Are we gonna take a look at the leaf? Why am I so excited about it? It's weird. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Let me hold it up behind your head.
Oh, behind my head?
It's like it's a headdress.
That's awesome. Okay. That is a massive cabbage leaf. It's pretty good. Oh my gosh. That's nuts. Check that out. Isn't that neat? Strawberry spinach. I've got seeds for this, but I was kind of curious about it. I'm really excited to see it in person. I think this is one that I'm gonna make room to grow. So the strawberry spinach makes like, it's not really strawberries. I think they call it like a faux fruit, but I've been really curious as the taste, because on the seed packet and online, everything I've read said it's kind of bland and flavorless. It's different than I would have thought. It actually has more flavor, and I would even call it sweet, but it finishes like, have you ever eaten like a sweet lettuce or a sweet kale? Not the same as a sweet strawberry. It starts really sweet, but then the finish is more like that of what you would expect from a spinach. And the leaves themselves, this is good. I'm gonna grow this. I've been on the fence about it because I was like, I don't really know. It sounds kind of weird. But the leaves taste like spinach, and the fruit is definitely good. It's interesting. It'd be great on a salad with the leaves. Drumhead Savoy cabbage. That's pretty beautiful. Check this out. This is a poppy. Flemish antique. Just the bud is like beautiful. Here's the strawberry blonde calendula. I'm planning on growing this. This is gorgeous. I'm loving seeing these things before I plant them. So this greenhouse has 580 of these Itiuda sweet peppers. It's being grown out for a seed crop. John's inspecting the aphid load on these. And they're going to do another diatomaceous earth fog in here to get rid of those. Look at this kohlrabi. My goodness. That is wild.
That one's been running since, nope, we don't have a date on that.
Giant white. Not even gonna try to say the other name. Yeah. What are these? Shiranui citrus. We've got peas in full bloom here. Aren't these beautiful? Purple magnolia sugar snap tendril right there. I grow these. These are beautiful. Now this greenhouse had a seed crop of a death spiral pepper, as well as all the other things, some citrus, some kohlrabi cabbage, peas, and then this one has another apocalypse pepper, a seed crop. So each greenhouse has like a few 300 to 500 pepper plants that they'll grow out, harvest the seeds from to sell to you guys. So if you buy death spiral peppers next year or apocalypse peppers next year, they'll be from these plants, from this video. Isn't that so cool? Sometimes when I do these videos and I'm like geeking out totally, I think I'm probably going to exhaust my viewers because I'm exhausting myself. Like my excitement is exhausting me, but it's so cool. Right. The 3,000 bok choy that we saw in the first greenhouse are actually getting transplanted down there tomorrow to get grown out. Now they grow out stuff for like seed trials to test it, make sure it's pure, especially like when things get sent in from different people, different seed companies. They'll try it, see how it grows, taste it, become familiar with it. But most of this food that's grown here gets used in the restaurant. There's a vegan restaurant on the grounds. We ate there when we got here. I was starving because we'd just driven 4 hours, and so I totes didn't video it. Sorry about that. It was really, really good though. Got summer squash here. I was just talking with John, the greenhouse manager, about the summer squash that they're growing and squash bugs, because I think that's probably the #1 pest question that I get asked on this channel. How do you deal with squash bugs? How I personally have dealt with squash bugs in the past is lose the squash. I mean, like, organic gardening, when you're not spraying stuff like that on them, it's really hard to battle squash bugs. You just have to hand pick them, and I just plant a lot of squash because eventually where I live, your squash gets taken out by squash bugs. It just happens. So I just plant a lot of squash and stagger them, so I always have squash even if some of them die. He said he was going to be trying some stuff with diatomaceous earth, like some different methods to put it down where it can stay down and not get washed away. I'm really curious to see how they do on these trials with these squashes and these new methods, because if they work, it definitely would be a really big answer to a really big problem in gardening. Massive compost piles. All this space is going to be gardens going in, all this big open places. This is Jer's personal greenhouse. This is Jer's personal greenhouse, and we came through here when we were here last time, and we ate a bunch of carrots with Jer, trying all different kinds. And when we were here, he showed me that he was trialing this walking stick kale, hoping to get it in the catalog next year. Well, I'm actually growing this. You might have remembered if you've seen my garden tours, I planted it in the fall, but it got really cold, it was out, it wasn't covered, and so mine kind of just petered out, it got badly frozen and it died. But I want to show you guys this because this is what it's supposed to look like. Look at that. It's like 7 or 8 feet tall. Isn't that nuts? It's so cool. And you just pick the leaves off and it just keeps growing up, and you can pick the lower leaves off as it goes. Lots of hibiscus in here, bananas, papayas, basically the things that need to remain in a tropical temperature year round. Thin leaf romaine. That's good. Wow, that's really good. Yeah, that's not at all bitter.
And then Mizuna.
I like Mizuna.
Yeah.
Beautiful purple lady bok choy.
And he had one here that was like...
That is a mammoth red mango beet. That is a single beet. Can you even? And Amanda just pointed out that that little white pouch there is actually a praying mantis egg case. So that's pretty cool. To me, one of the beauties of organic gardening is getting to see stuff like that. Because if you broadcast chemicals all over your garden, you might create a sterile space and successfully grow. I'll show you this rooster that keeps interrupting me. You might create a sterile space and grow some food, but you know, there's something about organic gardening where you really get to experience partnering with an ecosystem. I love organic gardening. I didn't always garden organically. I remember years ago getting some like 7 dust or something like that and spraying it on my garden one morning and going out, and there were no bees or butterflies the next day. And I just cried, and I was like, I can't do this. I would rather struggle with the pests and do the extra work than lose that part of this experience. So since then, I've done things as naturally as possible, and it is so worth it to me because you get to see things like praying mantis egg cases. Hey, little rude dude. Isn't that a weird looking chicken? Now we've seen the beautiful grounds, the greenhouses. It is a plant person's paradise, to be sure, just to be able to see the things growing that, you know, you peruse through the catalog and then just to be able to see it there in its full glory. It's just absolutely incredible. It's very, very exciting for upcoming gardening season because that stuff's gonna be growing in my garden, in your garden, here before too long. We're gonna be there. It's gonna be time for it. I'm so ready. Now we are in the seed store, and this in itself is a wonder to behold to me. I don't know about you, but curling up on the couch on a cold winter night with a cup of hot tea and a seed catalog is probably one of my favorite winter pastimes. It's how I get through the winter. And this store is like Baker Creek's catalog in person. I mean, seriously, can you even? It's like a gardener's playground in here. This is where I tend to forget that my garden does have limitations and that I cannot in fact grow all of the things, because when I'm in here and I see all the colors and all of the beautiful varieties, I'm like, oh, I want to grow all the things. Yeah, this is definitely a store to test your self-control muscle or learn that you really just don't have one. Did you make a friend?
Might as well make the effort.
You make goat friends wherever you go. This really is a cool place. Bakersfield, little mock town. I've been talking to you guys a lot lately about dreaming, and every time I come here, it is just drives home for me what a couple of people with a dream can do, because this is just a family's vision for what was important to them and how they were going to share it with other people. And this is incredibly cool. This is a legacy. What Baker Creek has going is an incredibly cool thing. Approximately 10,000 people will be here for the May Planting Festival, which I am really excited about. That is May 5th and 6th. It's a Sunday and a Monday. And I'm going to be speaking. I'll announce later what time that will be, which day, I'm not really sure. But Maya and I will be here for the entirety of the event. So we'll get to meet everybody. We're going to be doing video for those of you who can't come. But it is certain to be a really exciting thing. All of the gardens will be obviously in at that point and coming up. The greenhouse is just bursting with light. It's going to be really awesome. Strutting.
The rumble is amazing.
Did you know I speak turkey?
Talk turkey to me.
No, he's over it. He's like, you're not a turkey. I'm done with you. He's gorgeous. Can you imagine what this is gonna look like here in just a couple months? All these tulips and daffodils open. It's gonna be so pretty. We got trees for sale here, and starts over here, rhubarb and horseradish. So what'd you think?
It was amazing. I mean, everything was so green, people were so nice. It was really mind-blowing.
It's kind of my assessment too. So green and so nice. We love Baker Creek. We thank them so much for how sweet they are to us and just how amazing they are to people in general.